It's a wet morning here in Cape Town. The rain, as predicted, is coming down quite steadily. And we are here reporting on the opening of Parliament address. Many are referring to it as SONA. Generally, in an election year, you have SONA on the usual time in February, and then you have another address by the President after the elections. But the correct name is the opening of Parliament address, which will take place later this evening, once again at City Hall, because Parliament is still undergoing repairs after the fire of a couple of years ago. So, the first update is that it's wet, but it's predicted to stop raining during the course of the day, and hopefully tonight there won't be too much of rain. But this address, unlike SONA, which takes place in February when it's fairly hot, takes place now in July. And we know that Cape Town enjoys winter rains. So it's a bit cold and a bit wet. What do we expect? Look, the difference between a SONA and an opening of Parliament address is this, that SONA is where the President wants to set the agenda for the year ahead. The opening of Parliament address has a slightly longer vision because it's now Parliament for the next 5 years. He's addressing the MPs for the first time. He's addressing the two houses of Parliament, the National Assembly and the National Council of Provinces, for the first time in a joint sitting. So it's more of a long-term agenda. But then, in the terms of the politics, it's the first time now that he addresses the joint sitting of Parliament as president of a government of national unity, a coalition government. So that puts an interesting dynamic into the works. For the first time now, you've got a new party, the MK party, that is now the official opposition, so to speak, together with the EFF behind them. Because the other parties, the DA in particular, has gone into the government of national unity. The EFF and the MK, together with the others in their alliance of those parties that consider themselves progressive and are not part of the GNU, have called a press briefing for 12 today. So it'll be interesting to see what they have to say. Stay tuned to Radio Islam International on air and on our social media platforms for updates throughout the day into the late evening.